graduated in 1973, a speech major from Adelphi University, Long Island, New York. I graduated as a speech major because at that time they didn't have a legitimate theater department. They didn't have. They had a division of the department under speech, and I got a full scholarship, an acting scholarship, and so when I graduated from Adelphi, I moved into Manhattan and was trying very hard to get jobs as an actor. Wound up running through the money that I had and had to get a job. So I basically picked up a copy of the Sunday New York Times and classified, and found this job listing for a script typist. You don't see that very often, script typist. So I went down and applied for the job, and we discovered that what it was this company that was typing scripts for the teleprompters. We also did the teleprompting service for all of the Procter & Gamble soap operas that were in New York at the time. I applied for the job, I got the job, and I was basically there for 2 weeks before one of their teleprompter operators quit, and I was basically given a promotion and taught how to run the teleprompter, and found myself 2 weeks after that on the studio floor of As the World Turns at the CBS Broadcast Center in New York on 57th Street. I worked there and this was still live television. People don't really see live television these days. It was a half-hour format, live. I was there, worked on the show as the teleprompter for about 6 months, when the show expanded to an hour videotape format. And when they did that, they expanded the production staff. And I applied for that job, and I was hired for that job.
Oh.
So I found myself a year after graduating from college and wanting to be an actor, found myself working in television production instead. So I worked on As the World Turns for about 4 years, worked my way up to assistant to the producer, and was allowed to sit in on taping sessions and actually basically chair scenes and work with the director and actors, give them notes, things like that. So after a while, I basically wanted to try primetime television. So the only way that I could do that was to move to the West Coast. So I sent out about 350 resumes and got contacted by 3 companies to come and interview for different jobs. One of them in particular was a company that was creating a pilot for a late night situation comedy series. So they were going to be following a soap format, and decided that I had the perfect qualifications for the job. So I got that job.
Oh.
So, and then one job led to another until I was basically had worked on every major motion picture lot in town, and landed some basically sitcom work, working for Tandem Enterprises which was started out as Norman Lear Productions, doing shows like The Facts of Life, The Jeffersons, One Day at a Time, and then from there moved over to Universal Television and was doing Charles in Charge and other pilots as well, and then from there became a producer on a show and a writer on a show, until I moved up to Northern California in 1989 and started working in theater up here, directing. So I think I've always been very lucky. I've actually never been disappointed. I've never gone up for a job and not gotten it, but I count that as very lucky. So I was always employed while I was down there, and up here I've been working consistently as first as the manager for the Santa Rosa Players, and then moved over here to Spreckles in the year 2000 as their marketing director and publicist, and took over as the managing director here in 2010. So I'm at it 3 years now.
At Spreckles?
Yes. Since becoming the managing director, we've basically revitalized the theater company, and we're now doing. We've done Jekyll and Hyde the musical. We've done. We were the first company in the area to do Legally Blonde the musical. Actually, the first company in Northern California to do Legally Blonde the musical, and also. The same for Young Frankenstein, Mel Brooks' new musical, and coming this May 2014 will be the first company in Northern California to produce Catch Me If You Can. As other shows we've done, Camelot, Funny Thing Happened on the Way to the Forum, Wizard of Oz. Spring Awakening. And with each show that we do, our audience increases, and we've tried very hard to raise the bar here, and so we've committed a lot of dollars to costumes and scenery, and trying to make all of the elements that are involved in the creative in the theatrical experience. We've tried to make it as professional a look as we possibly can.